Imagine an athlete who doesn't just know what's right, but actually lives it out. Hi, this is Coach Dan Williams with Character Advantage, a blueprint for analyzing character development. The Character Advantage language creates data points that describes character development. And it also helps you provide understanding for where you are on your character development journey. When I'm talking with an athlete, I'm always wanting to know, how did they get started in the sport that they are playing today? You see, when we are on this elite pathway, when we're pursuing this journey that we're on, there are two things that we face. One is potential and the other is time. Potential is one of those things that we face, and sometimes it's potential unrealized. So we see the potential we have, but we're not developing it fully yet. Or potential also is something that brings joy and excitement because the coach sees potential in us, or our guides around us or our mentors see the potential that we have, and so encourage us to actually maybe go beyond where we think we can go because they see something that we don't. So potential brings with it a lot of good, but also sometimes brings with it some anxiety. The other is time. Time is a good thing because it really sharpens and really focuses our energy and our mindset. But at the same time, time can also create some tension because the clock keeps on ticking and time doesn't stop. And so with potential and time, it brings anxiety, it brings stress, but it also brings encouragement and joy. And so when I'm talking with an athlete, or I'm talking with a parent, or even talking with a coach, I like to describe the character journey by starting out with really those two data points, one being potential and the other being time. Now, when we're going deeper into potential, we begin to realize that with potential comes passion. And going back to the origin story, a lot of times we hear passion in that origin story. I started playing this sport because I just had fun, or it was something that I realized that I could do that others couldn't, or whatever it was that brought them joy and excitement. You find that in that origin story, but its roots are in passion because something in them really lights up when they're doing their sport, performing in their sport, and even working at their sport. Passion is the fuel that drives them. But passion also can become something that really limits us because passion sometimes can get us into trouble. But truth is that balance for passion. It's important that when we're talking about passion, we're always also talking about truth. And the same, when we're talking about truth, we need passion. We need that fuel that really fires us. So my encouragement to us as guides is we learn how to do that. How do we work with passion and truth? Now, when it comes to time, we think about time chronologically. Coaches think about time chronologically. As parents, we think about time chronologically. And early philosophers would talk about chronos when it came to time, but they also talked about time in a different way. They always also described time as kairos. And kairos means moments. And of course, we've all experienced that, right? As parents, or we've experienced it as coaches. Coaches describe it this way. It's almost when time stands still and everything slows down. Or athletes describe it in where they get into the zone and everything's just flowing right, and it's almost like time is standing still. And parents, we've experienced those moments where something just magical happens, amazing happens, and it's just this moment in time that we treasure and we carry with us in our hearts. And so moments are important, that we understand the chronological tension of time, the focus that that brings, but also that we don't lose sight of those moments. And so as a guide, we really want to understand how to leverage and how to manage and how to facilitate both the chronological part of time and the kairos moments of time, and to capture those moments, because oftentimes we can really take games to the next level. We can help accelerate the character advantage by really leveraging and capturing those moments. So if you haven't already done so, I would encourage you right now to join this channel. By joining this channel, you're going to get updates on when the next video comes out, where I share more about really the blueprint for how to analyze character development. That's what character advantage is. And I also want to encourage you, in the description, go down there and join my email list. By joining my email list, you're going to receive in your email inbox resources and tools that will help equip you to be the best guide that you can be on your player's elite pathway. Because I believe that character can be your advantage. But we have to understand the language of character development. And we also have to understand where we are on that path. Where are we on that journey, so that we can make the best decisions that need to be made as the guide on how to help your player take the next step, or how to help your player get to the next level. And that's what I want to be for you. I'm here to be your coach. I'm here to be your guide, so that you can achieve and you can understand how character can be your advantage.